Dora should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
Just because the heavens have gone to reckon, don't mean we have to.
I've got greens of all shapes and sizes. Colours too.
What are you after? Much obliged. Thanks very much. That all, is it?
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
It's been a pleasure.
I'll give your offers.
How goes the invest?
No, I'd see after
Did I?
the bound.
I'd like you to... But if he's as if though they've lived...
All right.
Thanks, there.
Gizal greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. Better that than something that... And chocobos love 'em too. Which is no small thing. They ain't exactly succulent, but... Cook 'em?
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, sir, wait, I'll go up there and...
I'm sure you will. Good girl. Run like the wind. Good. And it, Doris.
We've waited long enough. She's not coming.
Back to civilization.
With all haste. Lest any of you... I presume you're... We've suffered too many delays as it is.
Yes.
Oh, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. Traitor! So much.
Aye.
Sid. You but better this she
It was you, but how about
I'm to liberate farewell.
you? But
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. And she no longer has friends in high places. The dame does, though. Her connection.
All right.
I am.
And I should head back.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sandbreak. Went quietly, and she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't.
I hope so. You had... Anyway.
Keep up the...
Faster!
Damn it. The whole village is turned. That'll do, girl. Need to deal with these ones first. This is it. Right then. Just two more to find.
Ah, what?
But that these not it. Unfortunately, we've been a little.
The Horde. They're attacking. Yes, so.
Now you're out.
Precise.
What if?
You mean?
So wait, they may not be trained soldiers like your guardians.
You're right. I will. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter. To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Await, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do.
And I will do.
Spelled right?
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. I will not let this village fall. Silent stone! Titan! Farewell! Fall! Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rushfield! Change of plan!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
This one's mine. I might not know why.
Fly, Ambrosia. With me, Torgal. This one. Already. Over here! Right! All right. Back to Eastpool.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't going to rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too, and I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course. And I'll be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
It's lucky not.
I just did.
And it's take it.
Thank you, Martha.
So, enough.
Well,
I know what you'd bet.
Right.
Well, in fact, that's... He showed up at the stables one day. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game, and before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other had all...
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing, just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became... He certainly didn't laugh.
Indeed, but the loftier one's ambitions, which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to...
Suppose you're right. And if we don't manage it, good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wing. It's almost enough to... Anyway, better get back to work. The least the folks who say...
That sounds like a...
Wow. You
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia. deserve a rest. Two down.
I got peppers to numb your tongue.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago. Those things I said before.
Oh, my wall.
What's happened?
Not he's
what is when
a man. The captain can offer them a regular. No, forgiven.
No,
Clark would for your services to Northry and what?
I'll see what I
Thank.
Tell me that in the garrison.
Oh.
Or I may have met this duke before, at the remembrance ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the... and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought...
Ah, you are worried the expanded garrison will rent, yet you needn't be. Pride of place, in fact. For too long, but no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire...
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely which is more than can be said for. The Empire wants for a capital, and with Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the Plans are soon enough. These...
I fear you underestimate how dangerous... Should they return in force, you will need all the people...
The people? If Sandbreck is to be rebuilt, one whose authority is beyond question. That is why so that any man who wishes to join the army...
I suspect...
Precise. The common folk have little and less. You would sow the seeds of your new...
Sabine.
Yes! And I told you then how putting the Empire before...
Without an empire, there are.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga will...
Do not take her name...
I'll come back late. The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people... It wouldn't hurt to... Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
Just...
Why? You stole this.
What?
What?
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
The thing that... And
You're on the... What do you...
This as if...
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
You are embarrassing me.
Captain.
For you? Certainly. Thank you for... How can I help?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of... Do you intend to go along?
But to tell you the truth, it's my sworn duty...
That's what...
Thank you, Clive. Well, thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Wait. Well, though I doubt it will come. They deserve to be heard, Clive.
Sadly, I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his... Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion. The soldiers, meanwhile, and not just...
I thought, had I sworn to thank you for trying...
I don't know.
What happened to your youth?
I handed it in. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But...
Because I realised what really... Not following some nobleman's or protecting... No. I honestly don't know when those... But I'm certain they're not finished. And when they do come back, we need to... With you to lead us, milady. It was you who finally... There's no point following orders if...
Indeed.
All of us. That has always been North Reaches. We have only to turn our attentions to the true... Thank you, Philippe.
Anything. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I fear His Eminence has a lot...
Not at all.
Wouldn't be...
There may be hope for North, especially with men. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, but I suspect I shall have to call... Until then.
Until then?
safe.
That's all of them. A wine cannon. Cross his toes now. So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer.
And well,
cookie.
Blackthorn. Oh. One of the scouts couldn't keep his... Unlike my best mate who didn't think I'd slow down. Long enough for us two to take that your idea of...
Don't listen to him. You won't...
But... If else you're...
What? Even if it meant... Enough. This is no time for bicker. You can finish beating each other up.
Fine. Yeah.
Sorry, Clive. Short... Still... You...
Wait.
Right. Don't... Oh. How close are they?
What?
Good. Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts know we're up...
August the Peak.
I'm stuck with you there. Take me and... All right.
Soil and stone! Farewell!
To me, Flames! Sick of...
Oh, the question is, did I miss it?
Man,
Only
yeah,
good.
In time.
There's me.
As for you, that's twice you've turned up when travel, so I shouldn't have stayed away so long. Too bloody right. I was alive, perhaps wealthy even. Our work used to be the pride. Now we churn out the same rubbish day after. It's not about the craft. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shitmost. I've kept working. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the come back to us, Blackthorn. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same. That's a kind offer. There's people who trust their lives to my steel. But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's... I'd like... Just be sure to tell Snotty to... Sid. A token, but designs for us. Now hold on. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a... And they're not just for show. Have you forgotten what brought you back to Travorged in the... I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs between the two of us. I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the idol?
As long as he can...
Right. Zoltan.
Are you buying or selling? Of course. Go safely.
Lord Rosfield, is that...
Perhaps. Have you learned any...
Little and less.
I see.
Be assured, however, that even now, our archaeologians...
Fallen ruins, I take it.
Indeed. Ultimus, as if protecting.
Secrets we...
Should our methods, mayhap it would please you to observe.
Would that be possible?
Of course. Perchance you are... I was... If you...
All right.
They will... Might I suggest it will lead you straight...
Thank you.
I wish you a...
Good girl. Faster! Straight home now. Oh no. You'll pay for this. There may still be survivors. You're finished. It's over. Whatever that thing is, I'd say it's their leader. Sick 'em. Should have stayed in. These must be Cyril.
You have our
Who are you?
Ah, I did not recognize you. We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this, thanks to them, and to you.
You call that? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your... Surely this survey wasn't...
We are charged a duty of the highest import.
And you think your dead brothers would agree?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the... Now, to what do we owe the...
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agreed to collect your find.
I see. That is most kind. May the Firebird's flame burn ever...
It's one thing to lay down your life for another. But for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
My thanks. I shall study them. And in...
Cyril, losses would not... But it does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his... Provide your survey parties with an escort. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix. Please.
I thank you, if you will permit me to respond. And we of the Undying will do what we believe is right to... As first shield to the Phoenix.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind. And it is my hope that we may continue to do our duty together.
Speaking of men, there may be a rock man. I'm there, and they grow out like that. Victor will. I have him stationed by the dead.
I'll go and.
What's the difference between a lord and a man?
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Ah, I thought you'd have returned to...
I did. I've developed having worse than you. But we...
All right.
There's one up.
Leave it with... Good girl.
Where's Ned? Well...
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid.
No, what?
They're saying that...
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let some of the children spot it, and when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic and without a crit.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been... If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing.
You're right.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well,
We're sorry, Lubor, but we just couldn't anymore.
there's nothing to be sorry for. All that matters to me...
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing. All lies, I'll wager.
Once people make up their mind, we need to do something. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them.
You're right.
I'm glad you... I'm a Dalmek born and bred. They listen. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however.
I'll do what I... Lubor, I can't promise anything.
And that is...
Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
Knew all along that he...
Forgive me for disturbing you, but...
As have I, Lord Under... The rumors that he's a bearer.
He'll never be mayor now.
But what if his wares? Bearer or no, in this at least he's done the town a service.
Leniency? He pretend...
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied.
So what do you propose?
Perhaps. And they will thank you.
The townsfolk have made their minds up.
Nor I.
You never know. Once they're
All right.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
For a share in you.
I assume this is...
There's still hope.
But perhaps...
You mustn't think like that, Lou. We'll talk some sense.
No. And your effort...
But Lou...
Rosina would often tell that steel does not lie. To yourself be true. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her... But I do not doubt that she was all, and so must I be. And now, I must embrace my new role of villain, so that the people of Dalamil have... For only united can they hope to stand... I'll need to make a suit...
Don't go, Lubor. We'll be all enough.
Trust me, little ones. It is...
How could it possibly be if the least you can do is give the...
I would not take...
Over. And so just like that, you're going to throw... I thought you would, but it seems you...
Victor.
Forget it.
You sure you're making the right...
Of those available to me, I believe... Ah, but where are my manners? Right then.
If there's anything I can do...
I'll bear it in mind. What's happened?
Yeah.
What is it this time?
Nothing like. I just find out.
All right.
Thanks.
I know.
Is...
But no.
But
if this is, I'm going to. You.
Well, for meeting, should have a chimney.
You have to.
You're right. So I'll get you.
I'll do. All right. To Randalar, then. I'd better not keep Eloise waiting.
What I wouldn't give for a hot.
This is the end of the road.
When are they gonna let us through?
Fly, Ambrosia.
Time to fight. You deserve a rest.
You wish to consult with...
I did. It's about we had all but finished making arrangements to buy them up.
You misunderstand. The consortium, it was
Who is your...
A trader, a most demanding... He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed. That's what you get when you deal with...
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite... They pay good money for bearers, not fit for the knacker's yard. And treat them like kings.
That does sound... No matter then. If they've already left our shores, then... And with it, my interest...
My associates will be...
I'm sorry.
As am I. He was right. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged. As soon as he left, I sent my own off.
So you...
No. I entertained the consort, but I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out.
You tried.
I did.
Hello. Word from Cashlock. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountain. Theo and the others are trying to... They need...
I'll...
Hold on, Theo. Good girl.
Faster!
Back to the stables, girl. Where's Theodore?
Upriver. He just said.
Okay. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. Nice try. Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore! Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you! Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore, wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against it. He was ready to do whatever it took to
live my... He never...
What exactly? You once told me, Theo.
We grew up in Canva, and I was chosen. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo, a late bloomer, for unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that my parents tried to drive him out before they could.
Theo told me something. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others, but he said you deserved a better life than this, just as you freed him from...
I would be lying if I said I had how much easier my life might have been if I had devoted myself to the family business. But I have never... Being with my brother meant more to... I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night, and the choice I made, and the fact that I would make the same choice. He was never a bird, if anything.
You weren't, Eloise. That he had always been grateful, and that he wanted to repay you by letting neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You did, and you always would have.
You're right. It was so... I know Theo wanted. We can make a difference. I need... So, bringing smile and to... This is...
I've made a trip to continue.
Thank you. Let's go.
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papillon after all.
We were just...
It's funny. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leather work for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles? And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues engraved.
A team effort.
Now, save that right.
To the bellows.
Well, bugger me.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something. Thank you.
So, does this matter?
This, it'll take more than that to earn us our place in, but we're up for the challenge.
A list of material.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road, but
we reckon with those items there.
That's a weapon I'd like to see.
I was hoping you'd say.
One legend at a time, eh, lads?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my...
Then...
What do I owe the honor? I never thought with it. What's that for you, dear? That it? Fine.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts?
Canva lost. It can't be true.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for our lesson today? How was she? The Enterprising.
Ah, sir.
Good.
Oh.
And I want it. Can't think of it. Maybe one day.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? Here you are. All done?
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
What is this place?
Don't move.
It's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.